On first down, Jacob Eason.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 37. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
But I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
Shotgun now for Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play action, now it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0.
Panthers, nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Play action. It's Eason.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. I can't believe it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Eason. There's Trimble, the tight end.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
1st and 10, Eason.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Eason to throw.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Eason sets to throw it. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D, we're pretty quiet.
Now Eason.
Space to run past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Switch.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Miller with 1st down and more. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Scotty Miller.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential?
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun is Eason.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out Got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Steps away to his left. This is caught by Evans. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette,
his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Panthers 7. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Buccaneers 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing is Eason.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Panthers 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because You want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A nice little juke. And some room to maneuver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Tracy Walker on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On second down and 4. Eason forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson. Up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Carlson, open good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And not much on this one.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
That's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. They've got his man complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Eason.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. A final shot before break. Eason looking left sideline, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this one caught by Cameron Braid. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Mike 54. Mike 54. 18, right here.
To throw again, Eason. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Eason. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Swag right there.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Panthers take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Eason got Anderson on the slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
They go play action with Eason.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Again, it's Fournette. There's the stiff arm. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Seven's a Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Let's make it.
On play action, it's Brady.
Let's make these babies cry.
Got a man complete to Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. Dances by him. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a run right there. On the ground with Vaughn.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
63, Panthers 28. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And now here is another.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Stop right around the 25. Utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
taken in at the 3. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
This position, trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up. and you let them in.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
And he stopped immediately there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's the backup Darnold. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.